Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today it's going to be a best of 5 between Special and Snute here on Catalyst, the Ladder Edition. This is from their Round of 8 series from WCS Leipzig. Yes, the replays were released, and I will be bringing you content sporadically for the next couple of months. And let's get right on into it. Game number 1 will be held on Catalyst, the Ladder Edition, and in the top left-hand corner of Catalyst, we have the blue Terran player. It is Special. Oh, such a terrifying Terran player these days. Went to Korea, trained for a while, came back a changed man, a better man, a more impressive StarCraft 2 player for sure. And his opponent in the bottom right, the terrifying Zerg player you know as Snute from Team Liquid. Yes, Snute versus Special here in WCS Leipzig. It is definitely a further plane ride for Special. Came all the way from Mexico to attend that. Actually, where is he staying now? I know he's back from Korea, but is he just living in Mexico? I don't know. I don't know where he is. But regardless, that's where he's from originally. It's a hatch first play out of Snute. Rax first here from Special. Likely going to be a Reaper. His Reaper control is very good. Very good at scouting, very good at getting kills. I mean, Zergs, this is patch 4.0.2. And I mean, 4.1.4 isn't actually any different, honestly, when it comes to the Reaper play in the early game. It's just Zerg players know how to handle it. Have a queen out, have 4 lings out if you can't have a queen out in time, and the queen's on the way as the Reaper starts production. This is a pretty big map, so the Reaper's going to get there, and the queen's going to be done. This is this pool first play that Snute tossed. Did I say hatch first? I'm sorry. I meant to say pool first, with the hatch going down a little bit later. Extractor there as well. So good start, Falcon Paladin. Wow. Anyway, run 1 Rax, expand. The expand portion for Special is coming up right this very second, and the Reaper's going to pop on out. This Reaper's name is Dick. Dick was your typical troubled child growing up. He liked to get into everything, everywhere, every single time. It didn't matter what it was or where it was, Dick was getting in there, regardless of your security or having a good time in the process, until during his teenage years when he attempted to go into one of the back doors of the Reaper Academy. However, when the Reaper Academy researched Dick's history of break-ins, they felt he was a perfect fit for the Reapers and suited him up properly so he could continue having his good times everywhere he went. Yeah, got recruited. They recruit criminals, as it turns out here. So, Overlord scouting this location, or the construction of this base. Marina's out. Oh, Ling dies. How many kills do you have, dude? It's killed 2 of the Lings already here, basically forcing the other ones to stay behind and play defense. Third base going to try to sneak on up and over to this third base location to the left of the natural, and he's going to get there before the Reaper can really do anything about that. But like I said, queens are now out. There's really nothing that our Reaper Dick is going to be able to do here. Holy Ghost Academy Batman. Alright, so this is 4.0.2, which means that ghosts do start with Cloak. They do start with Cloak, so this could be a Cloak Ghost Rush out of Special. Are you kidding me right now? This is very exciting. You're not going to see this in 4.1.4 because they stopped it. They stopped the Cloak default on the Ghosts, kind of sadly. As it turns out, you do have the Mobius Reactor upgrade, which increases the starting energy of Ghost by 25. So what Blizzard did, as the Reaper protects the third base, is it got rid of the Ghost Cloak start, the starting with Cloak for Ghosts, and gave them 25 more energy on start too. So, alright, I mean, that's kind of the fair trade. You don't have to research Mobius anymore, but can't Cloak right away either. So definitely, I mean, if you're going to do a Ghost Academy, you gotta make a Ghost, right? So definitely here is a Ghost. Dick the Reaper just scouting on in, trying to poke on in here, but queen control by Snute is insane. He's still making queens. He is basically, as far as I can tell, the player who makes the most queens ever in the professional leagues. He just continues making queens, does not stop making them. I've seen him have 13, 14 queens at the 8-minute mark there. He just keeps it going. 3 hatch queen production. It's pretty quick, pretty fast. Queens, hoofing it over to the third base so we can start saturating that. He really can't until he has a couple queens here because there are Hellions. There are 4 Hellions and a Reaper here ready to shut this thing down. Oh, can the drones get away? Queens. Yes, queens helping him out there. Making sure the drones can transfer on over. Where's our Ghost is at? Here's our Ghost. KD8 charge getting tossed on down. You don't have enough energy to do anything really. Steady targeting, I guess? What is this Ghost going to do? Oh, steady targeting. Bam. Queen dead. 1 queen down, but guess who's still making 2 at a time? Snute and a lot of Lings. 18 Lings in production right now. He should be able to handle this. He knows it's really some heavy pressure here out of the Terran player. He had to cut some SCVs to make this thing happen, actually making 0 SCVs right now, but the pressure from Special has been good for a while. Oh, Creep Tumor gets down as soon as it gets tossed down. Queen gets burned alive by these Hellions. Ling's rolling in, going for the surround. Oh, not the greatest micro there on these Hellions. Loses one of them. Probably going to lose another. Yep, another one goes down. Couple SCVs dying too, as there's a Ling run by Snute into the main base of Special. Ghost gets pinned against the wall and murder their Hellions. Still trying to do stuff. Two Ghosts still trying to do stuff here at the third base location. The Queens are still running for it, as one of them does get burned down. Ling's murdering more SCVs here in the natural base, and Hellions finally come out to deal with them, but Snute, the Ling counterattack, doing work. Back at Special's base, that's going to be 16 SCVs down in the first 5 minutes of this game, which is horrible. More Ling's trying to do this, but again, Hellions by Special. He's lost a couple. He's lost 4, but he still has 6, which is a good number. And the Lings should not be able to do anything from this point, but that was a pretty big blow. I mean, how many drones went down? A drone. A drone was killed. During all that harassment, Snoot sitting at 51 to 31 total harvesters. More Lings running out here, getting a Roach Warren, getting double Evolution Chamber. Checking to see, is there a third base by Special? He really shouldn't. It'd be a little gutsy for him. A little risky. And no, he absolutely did not. Lings, he can't get in here. There's too many Hellions. Plus, the Ghosts do extra damage versus light. 20 damage per shot versus light, compared to 10 versus non-light targets. So the Lings are basically coming up against a specific anti-Ling defense from Special here. The Great Wall of Supply Depots is up. There's really nobody for the Lings to get through here unless there's a Baneling nest down, and there is not. +1 missile and +1 ground carapace being researched. Creep spreading, continuing to try to spread that creep connecting the main base and the natural base and getting additional extractors. Lair just now getting started inside the main for Snute 2. Ling's just checking to make sure. Are there any third bases I don't know about? There is a bit of a Hellion attack here, but once again, just so many Queens, 10 of them. 10 Queens at 6.5 minutes, yo. Is he making any more? No, he's not. He seems happy with his 10 Queen defense. He's got every possible avenue of attack covered with these Queens, and it's just beautiful. All right, Cyclone's moving in from Special. Cyclone, Hellion. Oh, is it an SCV all-in? Oh, Special's going for the SCV all-in here. Holy smokes, he knows he's down big. He knows he's down big. He has to make something happen now. Can he do this? Hellbat transformation coming up. No medevacs. This is going to be for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. Hellbats rocking their way in. Brum, brum, brum. Going to try to get rid of that forward Spore Crawler. I don't know why. Nothing here can shoot up. It doesn't really matter. It's absorbing shots. Steady targeting. Trying to take those Queens down. Transfuse is trying to keep them alive here. It's just Queen with a couple of Roach, but the Cyclones aren't going to be very much use here with, or the Roaches are going to be very much use here with the Cyclones. The Ling's trying to come on the backside to get the surround, but the Hellbats roasting them up. Cyclones refusing to die. Oh, the Ling counterattack, though. I don't think Special cares all that much. He's down to 23 harvesters. Hellbats here at the natural base, roasting on in. Got some Roaches trying to do stuff here against the Cyclone. Hellbat Ghost pressure. Is it gonna be enough? This might be enough for Snute to hold. It's 106 to 76 total supply. More steady targeting on Roaches. Effectively one-shots them, which is real nice. Cyclone against Roach again, super fantastic. Drones. Are drones here to fight at the same time? They are. Where did the Hellbats go? Are all the Hellbats gone? It looks like, oh, they might be, but some more Hellions rolling on in. Going to transform themselves into Hellbats before they engage. It doesn't look like they are, but they probably should. Oh, there they are. They did transform. Does he have the servos? He doesn't have the servos. This is just insanity right now. Snute is continuing to make Roaches, continuing trying to surround this thing and just destroy it. Special continuing to lose units. I don't know if he could do this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the Ghost using steady targeting to great effect. More Cyclones joining the party, but additional Queens, Roach upon Roach upon Roach. And that's going to be it for Special. He's down 107 to 58. Total supply writing on the wall. There's your good game from Special. Special's defeated in game 1, and Snute is victorious. Whoa. What a game 1. Holy shamoly. What pressure. They're out of Special. I think what killed him mostly, though, was Snute's counterattacks. His Ling counterattacks, Special was not prepared for, couldn't quite handle. Lost 37 SCVs. Some of those were SCVs he brought to the front to die. But a lot of it was just continuous Lings sneaking up the right side of that minimap and into the natural base. 57 to 31 harvesters at the end there. Resources lost. Going to tell the tale of 6,900 for Special and 7,000 for Snute. So Snute lost a lot, but he had 3 bases. And he had the economy to keep those losses and not lose. Yeah, ended up losing 12 Queens. Good golly. Still had 5 at the end, though. So that's game 1. Well, that is game 1 of this best of 5. I hope the rest of the games are this good. And we'll have to see, starting with game number 2 in just a second. Welcome back to this best of 5 between Snute and Special. Game number 2 will be on Blackpink, the Ladder Edition. And let's introduce these players. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we've got the blue Terran player. It is Special. And in the top right-hand corner, it's going to be the red Zerg player, Snute. All right, so this best of 5 got off to a bang in game number 1. What a crazy game number 1. Special has become one of my favorite Terran players to watch in the last 6 months or so. He really has. So weird thing, I'm loading these in the StarCraft 2 client, obviously, and usually if I try to load a game from an older patch, balance patch especially, it tells me I need to reload my client in the old version in order to watch the replay. But in this case, these replays from Leipzig are being seen as current by the StarCraft 2 client, but I know it's 4.0.2 because that Ghost Rush, right? The Mobius reactor upgrade was there. The instant cloak, without having to research it, was there. So I don't know what's going on with the StarCraft 2 client. It seems very confused, but I am happy I don't have to restart it every time I need to load one of these replays. That is just a giant pain in the butt. It slows down my casting for sure. But anyway, another pool first here out of Snute, then going for the hatch. Just having that queen out early really shuts down any Reaper harass entirely and lets Snute get his queen production started much earlier. So the more queens he has, the more confident he has that he can do this thing. He can deal with any early aggression, whether it's Hellions or Hellbats, Cyclones, even Marines. I feel like the number of Marines you can get out versus that many queens, especially if they're picking off your medevacs. Snute has this matchup fairly well figured out, I would say. Not to say he's going to sweep this, although he could. I've cast 3-0 series before, you guys. You know I'll toss up those anti-spoiler screens at the end if I need to. If this turns into a 3-0 series, it'll still look like an hour-and-a-half long cast because sneakiness, very sneaky indeed. Lings coming on down. The Lings are going to try to shut down this SCV building, the command center, as we've seen countless times. The Reaper's going to try to shut that down. This Reaper's name is Vladimir. He was a political leader back on Earth, but when the UED fell, he was captured and put in, all in caps, a Reaper suit. Haha, Putin. Get it? It's Vladimir Putin, the Reaper. Unfortunately captured when the UED failed and put in a Reaper suit. I mean, that is basically a fate worse than death, isn't it? Oh, he almost scouted that Ling coming across, but he missed. He missed. Does he see it? Are you okay, now he sees it. I was going to say, he doesn't see it now. This is crazy talk. No, Ling, not allowed. And the other one, he knows is coming. It's a race. It's a race against time for Vladimir to find this Ling and kill it. Yeah, this Ling knows. The Ling knows the Reaper's going to be there, but again, it keeps the Reaper away from Snoot space, and that's okay. He'd probably have to sacrifice a Ling anyway, right? Just in base defense. But this way, he keeps the Reaper home till his queens are out. Till multiple queens are out, actually. And in that case, Vladimir, the Reaper, is not going to be able to get anything done at all. All right, so Starport Factory. Didn't see a Starport in game 1, so hopefully going to see some medevacs. I just feel like Hellbats are so much better with medevac support. You might actually attack later with that, but it's just harder to kill them, I believe, is how this works. Ooh, that creep tumor popped just before Vladimir showed up. Vladimir says, yeah, 2 queens. Nope. Not even going to bother with that. Not going to scout at all. Ling trying to scout. Nope. The Ling gets killed by some Hellions, and a mule gets called down at the natural base. All right, what's your plan? Special, I want to know what your plan is. I know what Snoot's going to do. It's going to be Lings and Queens until the end of time. Speed's almost done for those Lings, too. Continue to make Hellions. We get an armory this time around. We do get an armory. All right, and medevac production is here. So medevacs instead of ghosts this time. The 2-base aggression out of Special. I like it. Again, I like it. I said that already. I haven't watched this. Didn't watch the series. Did actually watch a fair bit of WCS Leipzig live, which was fun. I try not to do that just because I want to be surprised with what happens here. I don't know who wins this series. I honestly have no idea from the round of 8 who won this one. But generally, Cloak Banshee on the way here too. But yeah, I don't know who's going to win this thing, but it was fun. It was fun to watch the finals. I watched Showtime versus Cyril, right? The S versus the S, and a couple other series as well. It was really quite amazing. Quite incredible for sure. All right, so what are we doing? Another Ling trying to scout. Dies exactly where his brother did previously on this ramp. In flames and agony. Ling's trying to scout. Where is the... there's the medevac. Medevac boosting into the main base. What's the defense here? Queens, not quite connected the base with creep yet. Hellions getting in here. Drones have to fight for their own lives. Never good. Never good to see that. And there's the Hellbat transformation. Lings and Queens can... Ooh, medevac gets taken down, and that's going to be quite the end of days for these Hellbats. They're too slow to run away from the Queens. More Lings attempting to run in, and you know what? They're going to get in for the scout. They get in. They do see the Tech Lab researching stuff. They're going to see the Banshee pop out. That's beautiful scouting from Snute, even as he cleans up the Hellions and the Hellbats inside of his own bases. So 6 drones do end up going down there. A couple SCVs as well. So nothing major for either player, but third base happily running for Snute. He's droning up. 50 to 41 total harvesters. And we're just going to cloak Banshee it. Yeah, going to cloak Banshee it. But again, I feel like Snute saw this. Did he see this? Does he have detection? Does he have spore crawlers? No, maybe he didn't see that. I just assumed because he was here when the starport was doing stuff. I guess his attention was elsewhere. All right, cloak Banshee here. Immediate spore crawlers go down, but it's too late. It is too late. Picking off creep tumors, picking off drones. Delicious, delicious drones, says the Banshee pilot. How many more of these can I kill is the question. There's another one. There's another one here. 5 have gone down so far. Where are the spore crawlers? Where are the spores? Says Snute. It feels like an eternity for these things to pop if you're in that situation. So gets, what, 6 kills there? Not too shabby. Ling counterattack. Roach Ling counterattack from Snute. Oh, boy. All right. Roach Ling attempt. Banshee going to have a field day here. Picking off these roaches is really all he needs to do. The Lings are not getting through. Can the roaches break this thing down? SCVs pulled off to try to repair. SCVs are giving their lives in service of this wall. Marines trying to kill whatever they can. Ravager trying to morph right on the front door. Actually, Vladimir coming back to deal with this. The Lings surround him and kill him. Wow, they really had a bone to pick with that guy. Can the roaches and Lings get through this? 10 SCVs have died trying to hold this. The Banshees... Wow, all the roaches gone, all the roaches are gone, and the wall holds. The wall holds, ladies and gentlemen. Special holds it, losing SCVs in the process, but he's alive. The sacrifice had to have been made. That is a lair. What the heck, creep tumor? That is a lair. That is a spore crawler. Why do you keep moving in the production tab? That's a lair. Morphing first Snute inside the main base. It's getting more spore crawlers, worried about, yes, 2 port Banshee. Well, not 2 port Banshee, but double Banshee. Can't reactor those out, as it turns out. They need a tech lab in order to be produced. Tank Marine follow-up here from Special. 51 to 69 harvesters. Wow, Snute is up so much economically and on 3 base while getting a 4th base, but 3rd base is landed for Special. Maybe he's okay. Banshee's trying to kill these queens. Nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen. So many queens. Transfuses keeping them alive. Spore Caller detecting, sitting in the sweet spot where there's no detection available between the main base and the natural base. Is there any overseers? There's one morphing in, but it's not quite done yet. One Banshee gets destroyed as it tries to flee. 7 kills on the remaining Banshee. And what's this? Oh, it's a Marine push. Marine push with medevac support. Going to force a cancel on this 4th base location. Can they get it with the roaches trying to get rid of them before they can do it? And they do. They forced the cancel on that 4th base. Small Marine push. Roaches were just a little bit out of position. Creep spread wasn't quite connecting that far yet. The harassment from Special has been, dare I say, special thus far. So transition into Marine tank, as I mentioned previously. Lings, no sir. No sir, Lings, you're not allowed here. There are tanks. This is a tank-only zone. Trying to get a 4th base up here, a little bit northish from where we tried to go for the 4th previously. And this one should be able to finish. Creep spread much better this time. Queens can help defend. Roaches could get there more quickly. Roach count by Snute pretty darn high, and actually going for a quick hive at 8.5 minutes. And a Spire, while Special's working on +2 attack and +2 armor. +1/+1 is done. Drop. Tempted to do stop at this 3rd base. Nah. Picks up, boosts out. Another drop inside the main base. Queens stabbing away at those medevacs. As we all know, it's time to go. Too many Queens. Too much anti-air. One medevac does get taken down by an errant spore crawler, just kind of hanging out by this 4th base location, and Snute's up 67 to 60. Oh, he's down 67 to 70 harvesters. Wow. Special been really macroing hard this whole time. His 3rd base is actually oversaturated, as are most of his bases. I guess he's 1 under saturation at the natural base. Roaches knocking down some debris for easier attack paths across the map. Scan reveals, yep, there were some creep tumors for me to kill. Banshee, oh, could have killed a couple more, but a little bit lazy instead. So 4 bases, 2. There's a 4th base being constructed by Special just north of the Natural. Liberators in production. I assume that Spire is going to be for Corruptor. I don't know what else Snute would be making right here other than Corruptor, right? Well, Greater Spire. Okay, is he going Broodlord? It would seem Snute is rushing Broodlord while trying to hold it with roaches in the meantime. That's very interesting. Cloak Banshee here at the 3rd base trying to harass, but again, detection And Queen's enough to shut that thing down. Marine tank against Roach and Ravager. This is a lot of Roach Ravager, though. Snute's maxed out. Special's at 164 supply. There's 41 Roaches and 6 Ravagers versus 44 Marines and 5 tanks. I feel like Snute can handle this. He's got the +1/+1. Ooh, is that a free tank? I think that was a free tank. No, he just doesn't want to really straight up engage there, as it turns out. Liberator setting up shop here at the third base, trying to kill stuff. Queen in range to shut her down, but gets blown up anyway. Instead, don't we burn from... Maybe not. Some Liberator attacks, Defender mode attacks. Does get killed by the Queens, and here come the Marines. Marching their way onto this fourth base. They've got the +2/+2. +3/+3 is starting as well. Corrosive Vile's going down. He kills his own creep tumor. That's never ideal. Where are drones dying? Another Liberator, perhaps? Perhaps another Liberator. Suppose Roach Ravager's going for the counterattack. Catching reinforcements. Smaller group of Marines and Marauders gonna die. That means Special's gonna push in with his Marines. Corrosive Vile's hitting tanks on the high ground to protect them from those Corrosive Viles. Is it working? I don't actually know. This fourth base in a lot of trouble, actually. Only Queens here, only a handful of Lings here as well. The Roaches and Ravagers trying to come back and deal with this thing, but drones getting destroyed. In the meantime, a bit of a sandwich here from Snute, trying to clear these guys out from distance while not going into tank range. Can he lose this fourth base is the question of the day. Yes, he does. The fourth base does end up going down. Special takes down the fourth for the second time. It's a different location for the fourth, but still the fourth base. Meanwhile, we've got Broodlords. We've got Broodlords for Snute. Specifically 3 of them with another one on the way. He doesn't have 12 or anything, but a handful, which is real bad for these tanks. Marines are excellent against Broodlords, though. But not if they're attacking the Broodlings. Dude, guys, gotta pay attention. What's going on? Overlord is still scouting here for Snute. How long has this been here outside the natural base of Special? It feels like approximately forever. Another attempted drop by Special inside the main base, but Roaches and Ravagers say, I don't think so. I don't think you want to do that. Viper in production for Snute here as well. Oh, are these Broodlords unsupported? The Broodlords are unsupported. Go, go, Marines, get them. Get them. These unsupported Broodlords die so fast to everything. Kind of like Colossus. Colossus unsupported as well. Die fairly quickly to stuff. Attempted drop inside the main with 3 medevacs worth of things. Oh, the Corrosive Viles, though. Getting 1 medevac and another one. Close to death, too. Corruptor is actually being made. There we go. Yeah, Corruptors. The first person I saw to use Corruptors against medevacs was TLO. It was smart. It was very smart. Oh, but don't sit in range of a Spore Crawler. Medevac. Medevac dead. Medevac dead. Another attack into where this fourth base is being replanted from Snute Marines. Goodbye, Extractor, and goodbye, Hatchery. Completely dead as well. Attempted drop inside the main base, but no, Broodlords and Corruptors. Hard to drop when that's the case. Fifth base under construction by Special up here north of that fourth base location. Still on 3 bases is Snute. Hasn't been able to protect his fourth base. I mean, I think part of the problem here is no Banelings, right? No Banelings versus the number of Marines that Special has. The Marines have been doing a ton of work for Special thus far. There's still a Banshee doing stuff. Still a Banshee doing stuff. Good golly. Resources lost 8,000 for Snute compared to 8,000 for Special. So pretty even. 72 to 61 Harvesters. Special has a huge economy right now. It's producing Vikings. There you go. 6 Vikings at a time to deal with these Broodlords. God, it takes me back to Wings Liberty, man. That's what you had to do to deal with Broodlords, was Viking. Another drop of Marines inside the main base, trying to get rid of the Spore Crawler that might get a medevac before it's done, and does without even falling. Yeah, and Spore Crawlers and Queens. Another medevac dies. The medevac death count is high. It is high. 7. Oh, is another one going to die here? I don't. Gotta run. Not dead, but 7 more drones down. Total of 31 drones killed, 12 SCVs dead thus far. Oh, this Overlord got scouted. The one by the natural base. He's been there forever. He was an institution, but he's dead now. Which is okay. Okay by him, I'm sure. +3/+3 done for the Bile for Special. +3 Ground Carapace and +2 Missile Attack done for Snute. Glee over Constitution and Speed, as we already know. But getting anything? Yes. Flyer Carapace and +1 Melee Attack, too. Possibly wants to go for some Ultras at some point. Ultras, I feel like would be good. Depends on the tank placement, though. Oh, Snute got a 4th base, but it's going to die, too. Another drop of a couple Marines inside the main base. They might get that Spore Crawler. They do. And they get the 4th base. Snute has killed so many hatches in this game. Okay, it's 2. But he's forced cancels a couple more times as well. Another. All right, so 4th base back for Snute. 5th base coming up here too. I guess this was technically more of a 5th base, but it was the 4th base for a while. Numbers are hard. Numbers are hard, you guys. Another drop here with a natural. Right in range of another spore, though. That was kind of hidden. A little bit hard to see under those overlords. And yeah, Medevac ends up dead. Parasitic Bomb tossed down on the Vikings. So one thing in 4.0.2 is Parasitic Bomb immediately starts dealing damage. Whereas it should have, since it was introduced, or since 4.0.2 should have been a 0.7 second delay before it starts doing damage. And in 4.1.4 they have actually fixed that. Mobius Reactor on the way from the special. Doing a bit of a flank attack here. Is Snute onto these? Yeah, he's trying to get rid of the tanks with Corrosive Vials. One does go down, but the other ones are not actually in tank mode, or rather in siege mode. Now they are. He is sacrificing a lot of ground to get rid of this, and wow, the 360 surround Roaches and Ravagers. Goodbye everything special had there. It is a maxed out army for Snute compared to a 153 army for special. Tank, handful of bio here, protecting this natural base, expanding twice. Is special another attack at this 4th base location? The other 4th base, the 3rd base location. 4th base location attacked by Vikings, where drones had to defend themselves. Roach, Ravager, here on the natural. For some reason, the Ghost Academy is out here in the middle of the open. It does get killed in the process, which is really bad news, but the upgrade was done. But Roaches and Ravagers, I don't know if this is really that sustainable for that long. Here's the problem. He does have Viper. That's fair. He does have Broodlord if he wants it. He could go Ultra. But the tank count just seems so high. Okay, attacking up this ramp is a major mistake for Snute. Never do that. Never do that against a good Terran opponent. They will have tanks ready. They will have a concave ready. And packed in tight spaces, that's when Marines and Marauders are their best. The reason Marines are so good is because so many of them can fit into a 1-inch square, right? Attack up here. Roach Ravager is going to take down this 4th base location of special up towards the north. It is gone. They could probably get rid of these 2 bases too up north as they're kind of cutting off reinforcements. But Snute pushing back instead. Does he know about these? He doesn't know about any of these 3 bases. This is crazy. Snute's intel is incredibly faulty right here. I mean, he has to assume, right? He has to assume special has more bases than that. He wasn't sitting on 4 base this whole time. God, I don't know. Really don't know. 57 to 60 harvesters. This game, ladies and gentlemen, only 17 minutes in, but remember when a game this epic used to be closer to 25 minutes in to this point? I am so glad that they changed the starting worker count, because it just means more amazing stuff for a longer amount of time. Medevac trying to drop at this 5th base of Snute. Decides not to. Decides instead to go inside the main, where there is no Spore Crawler, because those Marines killed it a while ago. Remember, there used to be one right here. And just a small drop. Extractor killed. Pick up. Boost out as there are Roaches present. I don't know what Snute's endgame is, honestly. Single Corruptor to try to take out his Medevac. Spore Crawler assisting. Everybody drops because they know the Medevac's dead and everybody is destroyed. Big old push to this 5th base of Snute, though. Goodbye, drones. Whew, the drone massacre. 17 down. 5th base is absolutely going to die. +3 Marines and Marauders with tank support. Thanks for playing. Broodlord gets picked out of the sky there too by the Marines. That is what they were built to do. The army here protecting their own 4th, though. They're protecting their own 4th, but not the 5th. Couldn't do it. This Roach Ravager Broodlord thing is confusing me out of Snute. I don't know. No Banelings, no Infestors, really? Queen dies. Number of Queens have been killed so far, actually. 16 have gone down. Resources lost, 23,000 for Snute, 25,000 for Special. But Special looking okay. Both have maxed out armies right now. Just incredible caution being displayed by both of these players. Another army for Special heading on over. This is that 4th base location that's been killed so many times. It is technically a 6th base now, I guess, is what it is. Broodlords doing their thing. Did those Vikings all die? Yeah, those Vikings all died. Trying to destroy the 4th base up there, which is hilarious. Marine Marauder, again, with full upgrades, will destroy Roach Ravager. Really not a concern. Forcing a cancel there. At that attempted 6th base, Roach's Ravagers responding appropriately, attacking on 2 separate fronts these days. APM is currently 445 for Special and 430 for Snute. There's an Abduct on the Thor. All right, so Viper makes good use of itself there. Maxed out versus 182 supply army from Snute. He's replaced his 4th base. He still has sneaky bases that Snute does not know exists. Medevacs flying around like they own the joint. Absolutely no corruptors for Snute right now. Did he lose the one? He lost the one that he had. There's the parasitic bomb immediately doing damage. Ooh, the Medevacs are all huddled up too. That's not good. I don't think there's enough to kill all of them. But it's very close things. Fifth base is going to get a force of cancel there. Yeah, the Marines and Marauders really want that thing. 3 arms from Special just chowing up right now. There's the cancel. Immediately replants by Snute. Third base under assault by Marines and Marauders. Special is suddenly everywhere at once right now, and there's just not enough defense to contain him. Roach Ravager in a straight-up fight, as I mentioned, against the Marine Marauder. We've seen this since Ravagers were introduced. You just can't do it against fully upgraded Marines and Marauders. Snoot's trying to make it happen. Trying to go for the surround. Actually, he might just do this with sheer overwhelming numbers of guys, and he does. The reinforcements from Snute, just insane. Brood Lords chasing away this army, threatening that 4th base location. But it's 4 bases for Snute right now, and Special sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Count them, 7 of them. Snoot's on 39 drones as well. Snute, I feel like this is a last hurrah for him. He's just down so much, plus more Marines and Marauders at a 3rd base location. Losing another hatch would be devastating. Oh, he found it. Oh, he found the Planetary Fortress base. He's going to try to kill it with Roaches and Ravagers. He's going to get it because of Corrosive Bile. You're going to get it, I said. He did get it. All right, so Planetary Fortress down, but he also lost his 3rd base, which is a major problem. High ground advantage for Special here. Roaches and Ravagers trying desperately to claw their way on up. Can they get it is the question, and the answer is going to be, I don't know. Looks like they are. They did manage to take the high ground. But he's not even replanting his bases. Is Snute. I don't know. This game. Holy shimmel, this game. I don't even know anymore. Stutter stepping forward into the Ravagers, trying to dodge Corrosive Biles at the same time, chasing them away. 124 to 94 total supply. Finally, Roach. Final Roach and Ravager. Concussive Shell slowing that guy down. Corrosive Biles landing. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the mining base for Snute right now. That's all he has. 102 to 40, 102 to 147 total supply. Special is up. He's replacing his people. He's trying to heal up as best he can. These medevacs are so injured. So injured. All right, so Special on 6th base did not replace the Planetary Fortress that he lost previously. Snute still does not know about 2 of the bases of Special. It's just free tank there in the middle of the map. Not sure where they were trying to go. All right, Broodlords from Snute. Oh, he's going to get flanked. He's going to get flanked. Vikings and Marines. The Marines see it. They stim. They go for it here. Transfuses on them. Blinding Cloud, too. Actually helping quite a bit here. Broodlords, though, not being protected forever. 1, 2, 3. Transfuses helping a little bit, but that's a good game out of Snute. Snute loses all of his Broodlords, calls the GG, and Special was victorious. What a game. What a game number 2 this series. Oh, I'm excited. I am so excited to cast the rest of this for y'all. I mean, that it was just bases dead. 5 hatches dead for Snute, a couple more canceled. Special lost an orbital command and a planetary fortress, but managed to hang on to most of his income, which is the big deal. 81 drones down, 42 SCVs killed, not a big enough number. 142 roaches down, 10 broodlords, which is very expensive for sure. 48 Ravagers, 21 queens. Special ended up losing, actually, what is it, 39,000 lost resources for Snute, and is that 40? That's a straight 40 for Special. So, I mean, 254 Marines, not cheap, as it turns out. 23 tanks to 22 medevacs. He killed 22 medevacs, did Snute, but there were still 4 at the end of the game. That was the big deal. All right, more. Can you believe there's more? More Snute and Special coming at you. Game 3 from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this best of 5 between Special and Snute. Woo! I needed to take a break after game number 2. That was 20 minutes of pure insanity. Game number 3 of this series will be on Backwater, the Ladder Edition, and in the top left-hand corner, it's going to be the Red Zerg player, Snute. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be the blue Terran player special. That was as hard-fought at ZVT as I have ever seen. So many bases died, so many dead units, so many multi-pronged attacks being multi-defended by the other player here, too. I feel like Special did a better job attacking in one spot and another spot at the same time. Snute kind of was just in one place at a time, which made it a little bit easier to defend, I would say. So let's see how this goes. This is Backwater. This is a new map. Look at this underwater stuff, you guys. There are parts of this map that look like they're underwater, but you can build on it. Like this right here. See that water shimmering? That means water, but unlike in... What's the one? Unlike in Odyssey? Yeah, unlike in Odyssey, you can build on the water. So that's interesting. Interesting to see. Actually, you can do creep tumors and auto turrets on the shallows, but you can't build on them, right? I think that's right. I am fairly certain that is correct. All right, pull first again from Snute. Again, just the queens. Yeah. Is it possible to kill Snute in the early game with this build that he's got? I don't know that it is. I need to start mimicking this, that's for sure. Reaper opening from Special. Reaper's name is going to be Falcon Paladin. Guys, I have no clue how I got in here. I was casting and I teleported into a barracks and they put their Reaper suit on me. Please send help. All right, it's another Falcon Paladin Reaper. I don't know how this keeps happening, you guys. It's actually fairly embarrassing that this continues to occur to me. But anyway, the Falcon Paladin Reaper is going to move out. Now, once again, he has to know there are probably lings on the way to try to shut down his attempt at this base. But guess what? He walled it. He walled off at the front, which you can do. This is a fairly narrow opening to his natural base, which means you can do the expansion in sheer confidence. And that's why Snute didn't bother to send any lings. He knew there'd be a wall there. So Queens, it's going to be Queens. Natural base is scouted. No drones here because Snute is too smart to just sacrifice and give Special drones. Kitty Charge blowing that Queen away. Oh, he's got unlimited access to these drones for about 4 seconds. He forces one of the drones to become an extractor. Queen is up. Queen is back, and Falcon Paladin gets out. That was one of the better Reaper maneuvers we've seen in a while. Again, it's Special, and again, it's Falcon Paladin, so that's good. Did these lings... Okay, these lings actually did come over here. I just couldn't see them. The red on the red, man. It's going to cause me problems in this game, that's for sure. Did he saturate? Dude, Snute. He almost lost another drone there. Forced it to be turned into a spore crawler, which is going to cancel, but that's resources lost. 74 resources lost by Snute. And no Falcon Paladin. Run, Falcon Paladin. Get the juke. Oh! Lings finish him off. Finished him right off. All right, Special, what you got, man? Hellion opening. Again, he has liked his Hellions in Games 1 and Games 2 thus far, going for a Starport 2. His factory is part of this wall, obviously, because that's how he's making the Hellions. Overlord scouts in, sees what we're dealing with, sees... Did he had to have seen that, right? Yeah. Yes, he did see the reactor on the factory, so he knows this could be Hellions. That is a good scout. I mean, it's hard. It's hard in real time to macro your face off, get your build correctly, and scout and see exactly what your opponent is doing, but Snute's been good enough to do that thus far. Although, I do want to point out, he did fail to scout several bases of Specials in game number 2, so perhaps he is not that great at scouting, but in the early game, he knows what he's doing. Okay, do you hear that whistling? Apparently, that is ambient noise of animals on this map that you can't turn off. It's not considered ambient noise by the client, and so if you try to turn down the volume on ambient noise, it does, but that stuff continues. They gotta fix that. I mean, it is distracting. It is quite distracting for me, and I assume it's fairly distracting for you as well. Although your listening experience does tend to vary, I've heard. Well, I've actually tested it myself, too. Listening on PC speakers, well, not PC speakers, but, you know, a speaker setup for your computer as opposed to listening using headphones is very different. The music is much more audible when you're listening with headphones versus with the speakers. I don't know what it is. I try to get the music loud enough that you can hear it, but it's not distracting, because I do love the StarCraft music. It is some of my favorite video game music of all time. No doubt about it. Anyway, enough about that. Hellions rolling into this natural base, trying to pick up creep tumors. They do force a cancel on one. You notice the cancel, and the pink came back to that creep tumor, so it can go out again with Queen support. Viking just hunting Overlords right now. How many do you have? 1 kill. We'll make it a 2 kill. Queen trying to finish him off, but nope. Not going to happen. Advanced ballistics from Special. Okay, that... The whistling. Marine trying to make sure a drop lord can't get in here to the main base. That's totally fine. Third base happily saturating. For Snute, 44 to 44 total harvesters. And these Hellions haven't been able to do much at all Honestly, again, the queens and the creep spread. With multiple queens, you can actually actively spread creep against Hellions. That's one of the things that Snute loves. And Roaches going for a bit of an attack here by themselves. 4 Roaches managed to get scouted by Special. I almost said accidentally, but he knew. He knew to check there. You probably can't hear that, some of you, but it's making me laugh. It's like a whistle. This is enough Hellion special things to take down Roaches. But there's more Roaches coming. And some Ravagers too, so Snute. Alright, man, gonna force you back in your home there, Special. You too good for your home. I don't know if these Roaches need to overextend like this, but Liberator is here. Corrosive Bio. Trying to finish that off. Dodge, nice dodge by Special. Their Roaches are kind of caught in their own special place right now. Oh, Ravager gets killed by Liberator, and all of them are dead. That might have been a bit of a mistake. Another Liberator attempt here. Queens? Is there a place where they can actually... Oh, no. Okay, so we can't get a mineral field. But is I think all that matters from here with advanced ballistics. You can get this patch of creep, but so what? As long as you're not killing drones, Snute doesn't care. Third base is landed by Special, tossing down some mules there too. 68 to 59 total harvesters. Snute is up. His lair is done. He's getting an infestation pit, which he used solely for the hive last time. He didn't actually make any infestors, which I find interesting. I don't know. Sure, they did nerf fungal growth to be sure, but I don't know that it's terrible. Hydrolist Den coming in for Snute too. Remember, these are 4.0.2 Hydras, which means they have the same upgrades. They're just together now. Good shots on these drones. That is a crazy death animation. Hellion's trying to roll in while Snute's otherwise engaged in his main and just YOLOing it in there. Just Jordan says only Diamond players do this, but Special does it too, apparently. Yeah, basically no mining happening in the main base at all because of this Liberator. Ravagers trying to get in position where they can close a while, losing one in the process and actually kind of getting him off. Wow, that was not well executed by Snute at all. The Liberator is still there. Did he get one? I think he got one Corrosive Bile off instead of the 4 that he needed. Liberators, okay, so a double Liberator ring shutting down this third base too. This is a really good map for Liberators, Terran players. Make note of that. Yeah, there we go. 2 more shots. Maybe 3 is all you need to take down a Ravager. That's killing me, that sound. All right, 60 damage, and Liberators have 180, so that's 3. Exactly 3. Fair enough. Exactly 3 Corrosive Biles to take down a Liberator. So main base happily mining. Third base not mining mostly at all. Ravager trying to Corrosive Bile, but getting absolutely burned alive as he tries. Roaches and Ravagers deciding to go for an attack and then deciding not to go for an attack. Goodbye, Overlord. Third base coming up for Snute, but that third base by Special's been up for a while. This has got to be driving Snute absolutely insane. Yeah, more drones going down. How many? In the first 8 minutes, 13 drones have gone down. It's 79 to 61 total harvesters. Snute trying to expand again to accommodate for this. Queen's finally taking down the Liberators here, but it takes about 6 of them. They can't even get this one, can they? All right, that's a good spot. That is a great spot. Wow. Meanwhile, Hellions do scout this 4th base attempt by Snute. They see the 3rd base too. They decide they can't do much about it though because killing buildings is hard for them. This Liberator can take out 3 mineral patches from Snute's 3rd base, and he can't hit it with Queens. Can he come over here maybe? Maybe he can go over there. I don't know, but Hellbats are better against buildings. There's more Liberator action inside the main base for Snute as well. Zerg players are hastily opening their StarCraft 2 client to veto this map right now. This is a clinic being put on by Special. The Queens trying to transfuse each other while simultaneously taking out the Liberators. They finally get there, but do lose a couple of their sisters. Not 4. That is 3. 3 Queens have gone down. This Liberator's still here. 3rd base just not really a thing for Snute right now, which is not awesome. Wait, what happened? Crap, I got distracted. What happened to those Hellbats that were doing stuff? There were Hellbats up here. Saw them. All right, so they come in. They're doing work. And then, a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers show up and chase them away. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hellions trying to run on into this natural base too, but again, more Roaches and Ravagers saying no. I feel like we're meching it. Yeah, Special's meching it. He's got tanks. He's got Vikings. He's got Hellions. He's got the transformation for Hellbats. Special's got a 4th base down, and he's making a 5th base in the top right-hand corner, too. More drones die. I don't even know. Special's been relentless in this game. 16 drones down to 1 SCV killed. He's up 14 workers on his opponent, which is just disgusting. And here comes a pretty darn scary looking +1/+1 tank and Hellbat push. With medevac support, I don't think there's any medevacs. No, Special does not need your medevacs. This 4th base is in trouble. It's already at about 55% health. And now there's tanks. So the Lings can't do much because of the Hellions. And the Roaches and Ravagers can't do much. Oh, Protozoan Creep Tumor with the Corrosive Bios. Yeah, 4th base down. 4th base down. Hellions trying to run in here, but Snoot's been pretty on top of that. Been pretty on top of that in this game. Not allowing the Hellion run-bys, but the Liberators have definitely been a different story. Snute refusing to make a Spire, though. Wait, he has a Spire. He's making it into a Greater Spire. Refusing to make Corruptors anyway. Vipers throwing down the Blinding Cloud on the tanks. Clumped together a little bit there. Is Special. Not what you want to see. Roaches, Ravagers going to try to clear this thing out, and they're going to get it mostly in thanks, I would say, to the Blinding Cloud. Hellions fleeing the scene. Vikings trying to get out of there, too. Yeah, here are the Hydras with the Muscular Augments upgrade. Yes, so they have the speed and the range all mixed up together. And they all decide to retreat. More Liberator action from Special. Trying to sneak on out. Snoot's 4th base died. He's trying to replant it. Dang it, I keep calling that a 4th. That's the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4 outside of the main, 5th up closer to the top of the map. Alright, and the Liberator set up here again. You do not get to mine from this base, Snute. I'm very sorry to be the one to tell you this, but you cannot. Yeah, can't even get it with spores. Can the Queen come over here? Queen, come. Is that as far as you can run? Alright, so finally the Abduct. And the Liberator dies. And another Abduct. And the Liberator almost dies, but flees instead. Another push from the mech here. Hellbat tank with a couple Cyclones here for support. You get in tank range of that 3rd base location. Snoot's in a lot of trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, Viper using Consume to suck energy off of that Extractor, but I don't think it really matters. Blue Flame Hellbats. Viper is trying to get close enough, but the Vikings trying to chase them away at the same time. It is definitely a push and pull. Abandoning the 3rd base is Snute. It ends up going down. Actually, this is the 4th base. Crap. The 4th base goes down. 5th base by Snute finishes, but guess who sees it? Special does. And you're not allowed. You're not allowed to have that one. Meanwhile, Special's macro has just been absolutely through the roof. Through the roof. Got some Hydras and Ravagers. Blinding Cloud on the tanks. Vikings trying to kill the Vipers. They manage to escape anyway. Coming from the right side is Snute. And he gets a Hydra. Roach Ravager surround on those tanks and takes them down. Can he save the 5th base is the question. Yeah, just a couple of Hellbats here, nothing too big. And he does manage to save it. So the 4th base dies. The 5th base is saved, once again, about 50% health. And Special continuing to macro up here. He's up 20 workers on his opponent. He has 2 more bases than his opponent right now, effectively. Another attempted Blue Flame Hellion run by, but how does Snute always have dudes? Creep, man. Creep spread is good. Waddle, waddle, waddle through the water. Just more Liberator stuff. More Liberator stuff, man. 8 kills on the Liberator. Finally gets abducted for the last time and dies. Taking a lot of energy off those Vipers, though, I can tell you that much. And expanding again is Special. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base. 6th base up happily. Running 4th base being replanted by Snute like the good pro that he is. Getting chitinous plating, which means we will see Ultras. At some point, you just don't get chitinous plating and skip the Ultralisks. I don't think that's how that works. Anyway, Hellions coming on up to that 5th base location. And Blue flaming down them drones. Goodbye, them drones. 8 more of them going down, sacrificing their lives to make sure that drone count doesn't get up to where Snute wants it to. That's how you play mech, you guys. Because Hellion sacrifices pretty much the whole time. Because you can't really harass with mech. It's kind of a giant fist you can punch with, but you can't harass with it. So you got to keep that worker count down so that Snoot's bank never gets high enough that it can win a battle or come close to winning a battle and then remax and kill you, which is how you pretty much need to deal with mech if you happen to be a Zerg player as Snute is. 4 Ultras coming on in right now. They will have decent armor, but no attack upgrades at all. 5th base. Is Snute just abandoning this thing? I don't know. Tanks are spread a little better this time. Blinding Cloud won't be as effective. Also the Viking Cloud. Oh, Viper's just gone. Blinding Cloud doing some stuff. actually very well doing some stuff here. That was incredible. Man, I'm telling you, Vipers making the difference against the mech. 19 drones have gone down, though. Viking's going to come into the main and just try to get rid of Overlords and landing, and Liberators murdering stuff at the 4th base location, and the 5th base is still on fire, and Snute going for a counterattack, and he knows he's in economic trouble here, so he's making a push. One of his first pushes in a long time. With +2/+2 Roaches and Ravagers and Hydras, there are enough tanks on the ground. Plus with Liberator support, I don't know if the Ultras can even get in here. Are the Vikings still doing stuff in the main? They're still doing stuff in the main. Liberator still getting rid of drones. And this base, 31 drones have gone down. This Liberator has 16 of them. Another Liberator setting up shop at Snute's 3rd base location. The 5th base ends up falling here to just a couple Hellbats. Ultras show up, but it's definitely too late for that. It's 42 to 80 Harvesters. Special is up. Special is strong right now, ladies and gentlemen. Snute going for it. Ling, Hydra, Ultra, Ravager just doesn't have enough. I just don't know that he has enough. He hasn't even come close to killing a base of Specials in this game. He hasn't been able to be aggressive at all. Specials' continuous aggression has just been too much to overcome in this game. Planetary Fortress up here at the 6th base location. Is there enough to handle it? No, especially not with Specials' army coming in as well. Throwing down those defender mode circles. Do they have the anti-air to deal with this? I don't actually know. Rosabile's taking out a couple of the Liberators, but there are still 3 on the screen, resetting their defender mode circle to try to deal with these Ultras. The tanks, though, the tank splash. +3 on those tanks, doing 34 damage per shot versus armored splash. Adds up. Adds up for sure. Tank's not even bothering to go in siege mode here, just chasing those Ultras away. No big deal. 182 to 107 total supply. Special once again in a very commanding position here. Liberator with 10 kills finally gets destroyed after getting abducted, but gee willikers, 75 drones have gone down. Batman. That's a lot. Special pushing in. It's not a huge army, but it seems pretty intimidating for the situation. Vipers again sucking consume off of those buildings. Trying to abduct on the Liberators. Not throwing down Blinding Cloud this time, because I feel like it might be a bit of a mistake here. Liberators murdering everything, and Snute with a good game. Snute is defeated. Special wins game number 3 in 17 minutes and 25 seconds. Special. Again, just the sheer aggression. Snute wasn't able to do anything. How many buildings did he kill? Let's take a look. A missile turret. He killed a missile turret in that game. Special, meanwhile, killed 3 hatcheries, force cancels. Ended up killing 24 creep tumors, 2 extractors, 7 ultras went down. I mean, just, again, not cheap. Not cheap. Special lost 27,000 resources himself compared to 25 for Snute. So more for Special, but he made it count. And just the sheer number of bases he had, the macro behind it. Special is up and coming, y'all. He is up and coming for sure. All right, so that's it for game 3. Let's go to game 4. Let's see if Special can clear this thing out. One more win is all he needs to move on to the round of 4. Can he pull it off? I don't know. Let's find out in just a second. It's going to be Neon Violet Square for game number 4 between Special and Snute. Whew! Those last 2 games took a lot out of me. In the bottom right-hand corner of the rainy Neon Violet Square is going to be the red Zerg player, Snute. And in the top left-hand corner, it's the blue Terran player, Special, which just exploded. Did he cancel? Oh, he canceled the supply depot. How embarrassing. How embarrassing for you, SCV. Do better next time, man. Do better. All right, so, I still feel like Snute is really hard to kill in the first 10 minutes of the game. Just the Queen Ling Roach defense is really good against anything you can muster that early. But apparently, if your macro is godlike and your micro is super good, and you just never stop harassing him, you can kill Snute in the mid to later stages of the game. That is what Special is proving to us today. Wow. What a display from Special. Snute's actually going hatch first. Never mind. Never mind. My story is wrong. It is a really big map. You can tell how big it is by how big the squares are. On the mini-map, these are small squares compared to other ones for sure. All right, so Snute goes hatch first, into an extractor, into a pool. So he doesn't even go hatch pool. Heals pool at around 17 supply, but after the hatch and after the extractor here, this is more of a greedy build, a little bit more open for Reaper Harass. I'm not sure if Special's even going to bother trying, though. To be honest about my feelings, we'll see. He's got gas coming up. He's got the barracks on the way. He's expanding as well. Did he actually go command center before barracks? Looks like he did. By golly, he went command center first. How did Snute know? It's a big map. It's a big map is how he knew. He knew the Reaper wouldn't be able to do anything anyway, so Special's just bypassing it for the time being. And went command center first here. You can go 3-base really fast, but a lot of players like to save this little pocket expansion in the corners for when you really need it later. You need a very safe location to expand if it ever comes up. And I can see that. It makes a lot of sense. Reaper on the way. Reaper's name. I have something for this. I promise. I promise I have something for this. Where is the thing? Where did it go? It was on my other screen, but it's gone now. It's gone. Marbles! My pet hamster died, and I like to think he was reincarnated as a Reaper to at least support the Terran cause. Aw, one of my subscribers' hamster died. Probably 2 months ago at this point, but rest in peace, Marbles. You have been reincarnated as a Reaper, which I don't know is an upgrade. Like, if you died and came back as a Reaper, would you be happy about that? Would you be happy that you were alive again, or be kind of bummed because you're basically a suicidal unit, right? Reapers don't live. Reapers don't live. Maybe this one will. Maybe Marbles will, in honor of the hamster. Anyway, Snoot's got some lings moving out. You can see them on the minimap coming from the bottom right to the top left. Factory just about done for Special 2. Where are you, Factory? There's your factory inside the main base. And the base is finished. Like, I don't know what these 4 lings are going to do. Honestly. I mean, I guess it is keeping the Reaper at home. Not that Snute is much worried about a Reaper. I don't know. Holy lings from Snute, though. This is more than I expected to see. Can you make it any more? No. Oh, and they've got speed. Oh, surrounding Marbles. No, Marbles. Marbles, no. Is there anything to stop? There are Hellions in production, but they're not even close to being done yet. Oh, this ling timing is brilliant from Snute. Mule goes down. Lots of energy left on that thing. Oh, and even lifting. Oh, no, lifted. The wall was up. How was the wall up? I don't know, but the Hellions are here. It should be enough. Yes. It is enough, although lings are still running around trying to murder things, including mules here, but there's only one left at the natural base, so it gets roasted alive. All right, so 6 quick SCV kills from Snute. That seems fairly reasonable. 29 to 40 harvesters, taking a 3rd base behind it. 375 resources lost for Special, 200 lost for Snute. Whew. I do want to say I won't be casting with the Gauntlet today, and it's not because of the Super Bowl. I know it's going to be casting during the Super Bowl. I don't know what the overlap is between American football fans and StarCraft fans on my channel, but I'm one of those people. But it's not because of the Super Bowl. It's because my little girl is turning 5, and we're having a party for her on Sunday. So won't be casting. I assume it'll be Sure Should I casting with Jordan, but you should stop by and say hi anyway. It's going to be some good stuff. Dude, who did we have last time? Lozira? Was it Snute? Was it Snute and Lozira last time? I think it was, actually, that showed up, and it was good. It was some really good stuff, really good games. Up-and-coming younger players and some established pros, too. So Gauntlet Global Open, I think it's number, I want to say it's number 30, something like that. Anyways, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/GauntletSC2. Go say hi. All right, Hellions are here. We've seen this game before. Lings and Queens. Shutting that thing down. Viking, another Viking opening from Special. Just killing early Overlords is real nice for him. Supply block Snute as well. 90 out of 82 available supply. Hellions, more Hellions. 3rd base just about done for Special. And Starport landing on the Tech Lab. It is a Tech Lab. I could see another Banshee follow-up here. But Roach push from Snute. Oh, there's actually a Raven. Yeah. It's got the repair drone. So this is definitely 402. I don't know why my StarCraft 2 client thinks this is the current patch, because it's not. Again, I'm not complaining, and it seems to be loading correctly, but who knows. All right, Hellbat's here to defend. Anti-armor missile is actually really good. It drops armor of affected units by 3, which will take Zerg to -2. Please rotate down to -2. Which is insane. Repair drone, actually. Oh, actually using repair drone here to try to heal these Hellbats and Cyclones up. It's too many lings. Oh, the ling support is very nice here. Trying to repair at the same time. Cyclone's getting surrounded by Zerglings though and dying. If it was just roaches, Cyclones would have done a lot better. Somehow, someway, Snute has crushed through this defense at the natural base. There's a Banshee, but can it kill all of these things in time is the question of the day. The natural base, once again, forfeit for special twice in one game is not good. So many dead SCVs forced to fight for their little SCV lives. 27 SCVs have gone down. Everything on the ground is dead. This Banshee trying to kill stuff. And it's working, but not as fast, I think, as Special would like. And all the roaches are gone, but that is a massive economic hit to take. 36 SCVs killed. It's 26 to 67 harvesters. Snutesat is making more roaches, getting a Hydralisk Den. This follow-up push is going to be insane. It's going to be nuts. I mean, I know mules are good. I know the power of mules is something we all believe in, but... yeah, but... all right, Banshee, do you have Cloak? You don't have Cloak. Of course, why would you have Cloak? Banshee trying to come in and even the score a little bit, but there are Queens, there are Spore Crawlers here. Not a good place for a single Banshee to try to do much of anything. But she has to try. She must try for the good of Special's Terran army. Gets a drone. Gets another drone, baby. No, backed into a corner a little bit. Gonna take some Queen shots and some Spore Crawler shots. No, she toast. She toast. One drone went down. All right. I mean, sure. Scouted the Hydralisk Den. Scouted the Roach Warren. Already knew about the roaches, obviously. There's Muscular Augments. And here comes another attack from Hellions, but so many roaches. Wheel Reconstitution, about 60% complete there. It'll be done by the time they show up, going through this little ping, 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 pachinko thing in the middle of the map. I do like that about Neon Violet Square. 2 tanks up. And Hellbats. The tank's just going for the roaches. Roaches going for the tanks, too. One tank does go down. Trailing fire. He retreats. Can he drop, perhaps? Oh, no. Free Liberator. No! Liberator almost dead, but does manage to survive. So tries to move up, but it gets scouted, too, which is real, real nice. Wow, Snoot's going for it? All right. This seems like a tenuous position with the number of Hydras you have, but... alrighty, then. More tanks showing up on that high ground. Can they clear this out? Yeah, Snoot didn't send enough, I'm going to say. He absolutely did not send enough there. Lings coming up for support. A lot of Zerglings actually getting this round on that tank. The other tank's going to go down too. Zerglings are what you want against a pure tank. When they're in these small numbers, and that's a good game from Special. Third base is forfeit, natural, soon to fall 2, and Snute ties it up. Ties it up 2 games to 2 here in game number 4, forcing us into an all-pivotal game number 5 between these players. Who's going to come out on top? I don't know. Let's find out together in just a second. Actually, let's pull up resources lost here. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Snute lost a lot of stuff, but it was okay because he had the economy. Right, we'll be back. Game number 5 between Snute and Special will be on Acid Planet, the latter edition. Oh no, it's Plant. I know this. I cast on this game with Jordan on Sunday. Acid Plant. I don't know why I feel like it should be Planet. I guess this extra E up here on LE like kind of works its way into Plant over here, and I see Planet. Acid Plant, the latter edition. I was trying to be all epic too. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we've got the blue Terran player Special. And in the top left-hand corner, it is the red Zerg player Snute. Snute. All right, Snute. You won a game where you didn't go for your pool first play. What you gonna do now? It's gonna be pool first. All right, pool. It's fine. 14 pool. I'm going to mix it up. Going to go back to what lost me 2 games in a row, perhaps. Perchance. I don't know. Can we blame a pool first on losing games 2 and 3? I don't think that's fair. I don't think that makes any sense. Don't do that. Don't be like Falcon. Don't do that. Anyway, pretty early gas from Special here. Barracks is about 60% complete, but we'll have enough. We'll have enough for the Reaper and possibly something else by the time all is said and done. So Acid Plant. Let's look at this map. Got some nice gross stuff. It's pouring into gross water as well. This is not a good place to hang out. What is this? Oh, rocks. These rocks you can destroy, so you can go down a ramp and up a ramp, which seems kind of dumb too. Yeah, I like the aesthetic. I do like the aesthetic quite a bit. You got the water rushing everywhere. Do you have any smokestacks or... I guess these are them. Do they move when you get close? Oh, that's kind of shooting, venting steam into the air. Suppose it is. All right, Reaper's name is going to be Pepsi Man. He's here to rain down delicious soda on all those who oppose him. Prepare to experience the ultimate flavor sensation, alien scum. All right, this guy is Pepsi Man who kills people with soda. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. All right, this may alienate some of my subscribers and viewers here today, but man, Diet Pepsi's the worst. The worst. You ever been in a restaurant and ordered Diet Coke, and the waitress goes, "Is Diet Pepsi okay?" And she always looks like you're going to punch her in the face, because she knows. She knows it's not okay, but perhaps the restaurant attendee is desperate enough to go for Diet Pepsi, because it's disgusting. Anyway, Diet Coke is where it's at. Coke Zero, actually, is my thing, is my jam. Freestyle machines at work are dangerous, as it turns out. Had to switch to something without any sugar. I know the aspartame's probably going to kill me, but whatevs. So Pepsi Man comes up, sees some things, going to come down and try to save the SCV building, this command center, but a Marine should be able to delay long enough. Oh, SCV, can you finish? Can you finish? Yes. 10 hit points on that SCV, but got the job done. Got the job done under fire. He's going to get Employee of the Month. That's for sure, assuming he lives through this game, which is not a guarantee. Really isn't. Can you imagine? You're a worker in the StarCraft 2 universe. Man, all I do is build stuff and get minerals, and my chance of living through the game is about 50% because there's a great chance I'm going to lose and be at a base that is destroyed, and I'm kind of collateral damage, or banelings are dropped on my head, or oracles incinerate me. I mean, there's a lot of ways to die as a worker, if you think about it. 1 million ways to die on Acid Plant, the latter edition. Third base coming up for Snute here along the top is his expansion path. I think that's what they intend. I guess you could expand down here too, but neither one's really ideal, as it turns out. Overlord here scouting for Special's natural base. Great Wall of Supply Depots has begun, and as I always say, Game 5s are generally fairly conservative. Although, what was that? Gumio versus... Oh, was it Gumio Rogue? It was a Korean Zerg he was playing against, but man, it was Game 5, and he went for the kill fast. I can tell you that much. It was, wow. It was tied up. Didn't care. Did not care. Zerglings going in. Great Wall of Supply Depot is not up yet. Can get past the Marine. Can get past the other... Nope, not the Hellion, though, and not the Great Wall of Supply Depots in the main base. That's for sure. Good reaction time there. Against the lesser player, that Ling gets in and scouts the stuff. Do you actually see... Oh, didn't see the starport. Wanted to see the starport. Didn't see the starport. Producing anything starport? What say ye? Not yet. Okay, starport doing nothing. Liberator heading to the third base location while a Hellion attack rolling into the natural, probably. Zergling trying to do stuff. Nope. Wall is complete with command center. Ling's going. Oh, Ling's trying to stop the Hellion. No. Where are the roaches? There are no roaches this time. Oh, the drone massacre is incoming here. Trying to split, trying to attack as best he can. 3 drones going down. Liberator setting up shop here too, pulling back into the Liberator circle. Are the Hellions. Finally enough Queens show up to get rid of them. And they shoo away the Liberator too, but that's 7 drone kills in the first 5 minutes. That is not good. Not a good indicator for Snute, but here come the Zerglings. The Queens are out in mass as well. Spore Crawler hitting the Liberator once as it fly past that third base location. 12 more Lings on the way. Is Snute trying to end this thing? Oh, he's going to Baneling bust him. He's going to Baneling bust him. Does he know about the Baneling nest? He doesn't know about the Baneling nest. Oh, special. Oh, this is scary, but that's going to be a... No, I was going to say, is that going to be a Planetary Fortress? No, that'd be stupid. That'd be stupid. Okay, a tank's up for special, though. 1 tank, man. Sometimes 1 tank is all it needs. Banelings waddling in. Tank fire! Oh, okay, the wall's down. Enough Lings are in. Can they get rid of the tank? They're going to get rid of the tank. No, can't do it. Wow. Tank has 9 kills. Definitely saved the day. Overlord gets destroyed, too. Yeah, that Baneling bust shut down thanks to this tank, who almost died, but was willing to sacrifice his life for the Terran cause. Anyway, this brings me back to when Life was playing in WCS events, and for whatever reason, in the ZBTs he was playing, he was going 3-base Baneling bust, and Terrans were refusing to build a tank. They were just, we can hold this with bunkers and bio and stuff. No. No, you can't. There were no Liberators because it was Heart of the Swarm, but, I mean, for some reason there was this, I want to say, 2-day period in professional StarCraft where Terrans refused to make tanks before their third base, and Life was just taking advantage of it. But now look, a single tank changes the fortune of special. That tank's not there. I think he just dies. I really think he just dies. Make tanks, Terran players. They are a good unit. Lair just about complete inside the main base for Snute. What's he going to do with that lair is the question of the day. And what he's going to do is Hydralisk Den and an Infestation Pit at the same time. Getting centrifugal hooks for his banelings. The lings are knocking down this debris. Again, it's a ramp down and an immediate ramp up with rocks at the bottom. It's not an ideal attack path by any stretch. Here comes a marine push. Well, not really a push. I feel like this is here to clear out creep more than anything else. Any scans available? Yep. Scans available. A lot of tumors going down, actually. That is pretty good stuff. Oh, the Liberator. More Liberator action in the main base of Snute. And picking up and boosting out is our hit squad for the creep tumors. Queen count is fairly healthy. 9 of them for Snute at the 7-minute mark. Because of course it is. Oh, Liberator. What? No. Wow. Liberator had no reason to live and just walked directly into about 4 queens. 4th base trying to come up here for Snute. Is this enough DPS? It is not. The +1/+1 of this many Marines, not enough. Good positioning, though, actually. Tracing those lings on out. Can they get that queen? I think they can. Get the queen. Get the queen. Forcing a cancel on the 4th base. Queen gets the heck on out of there. Creep tumors dying to, again, the harassment by Special has just been insane. How to get on spending? I don't know. But 17 creep tumors have gone down in the first 8 minutes of this game. That is pretty impressive. Out of Special. 9 Hydras on the way. Hydra is the unit for Zerg these days. I am very happy to see it back at the forefront. Used to be everywhere in Brood War, and then it was so bad for Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty. It's back. Might be a little bit too back, perhaps. There was some discussion during WCS Leipzig that perhaps an 85 HP change to the Hydras would be good. They've got 90 now. They had 80 for a while when they sucked. I don't know. Had 80 for a while when they sucked, so 85 perhaps is a sweet spot. Don't know. I was kind of surprised. They just went to split the upgrades instead of the other thing. Ultralisk Cavern coming in for Snute in an attack trying to do stuff. Here at Special's 3rd, but I don't know. His entire army sitting here. He's got 5 tanks here as well. He's going for a 4th base to the left of his natural, and another harassment at Snute's attempt at a 4th. Again, just doesn't let you rest, man. Can he get it? He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Forcing the cancel. Drone gets killed too. A bunch of lings die, boosting into the main base where there are queens waiting. I want to turn around. I mean, yeah. That medevac almost got blown out of the sky. More Hydras. Ultralisk Cavern just about complete for Snute. Once again, no melee upgrades. It's always weird to be transitioning from Roach Hydra with that +2 melee into Ultras, because it doesn't really help that much with the attack upgrades. He's still going to have, he's still going to have Hydras and Roaches. It's not going to be pure Ultra, obviously, but I don't know. Having the Ultras upgraded more would be kind of nice, I think. Is he going to do this again? Marine versus Queen! That's a lot of Queen, and yeah, they don't like that very much. They decide to retreat from this many Queen, which is exactly 8 of them. 8 of them. Big push up the middle from Special, though. It's 200 to 182 total supply. These guys are maxed out at 10 minutes. Are you maxed out at 10 minutes? If not, you have a ways to go to play against these players in WCS. All right, Marines harassing this 3rd base location. 4th base just dies as well. Ultra comes out. There are just enough Marines, though, that maybe... Nope. Oh, man, this Ultra. Surprise Ultralisk. It's one of my favorite memes in all of StarCraft 2, because it's like, we got this base, no big deal. Boom. Giant Ultra pops out of the egg. Banelings, Hydras clearing out the tanks, too, and absolutely turning the tide there. That tier 3 unit turned the tide for Snute, but he can't get his 4th base up. His 3rd base has taken some damage as well, going for a 5th base attempt. Hydra Ultra, pretty strong combo. Hydra's at the back, Ultra at the front type stuff here. Ultralisk has 0 kills, but Hydra's been kill stealing. Hydra's finishing off that tank, finishing off these Marines. This is actually a pretty strong Hydra push. Sensor tower goes down. What on earth? Is Snute gonna do this? Lings in the front, Hydra's in the back. Can they get rid of the tanks? Yes, they keep swinging around the left side. Tanks going down. Wow, it's just gonna be Marines. Okay, a couple Marauders and a new tank do show up here, but this is a pretty solid attack out of Snute. He's killed 13 SCVs, takes down a factory too, and recognizes, all right, my Hydra count's getting pretty low. I'm going to pull back before I lose all of them. In the meantime, 5th base is obviously finished at 64 to 61 Harvesters too. Woo! continuing to make drones, transferring them on out. Queens pulling back. Got ourselves a bit of a Ling Hydra Ultra group right now. It's not massive. It's not giants by any stretch of the imagination. Resources lost, 11,000 for Snute and 11,000 for Special. This has been a really good series. Single Ultra versus that much Marauder? No. Nope, but the Ling's rolling in. Oh, this Planetary Fortress isn't going to finish. The SCV's immediately going for the repair, and they will save this Planetary Fortress's life. Drop at the 5th base of Snute. Going to kill it, saving the Planetary Fortress and attack up the middle. Ultra Queen perhaps going to be a problem. Queen's with the transfuse ability, making the Ultras last that much longer. Long-lasting Ultra. Get your Queens today. Medevac that dropped at 5th base is up here and full of stuff, actually. Can't quite see that because of my thing on the top right, but that's fine. Small attack in the middle, Marines and Marauders. And Special pulling back. Hydra's trying to finish off that debris. Remember at the bottom of those 2 ramps, the Lynx were trying to kill earlier. Don't know why, but Snute really wants those rocks down for reasons. The Hydra's going to get caught, actually. Oh, out in the open with no tanking this time. Sorry, guys. You're out. Concussive Shell's not done? It's not. Interesting. The number of Marauders we have, I guess he considers that Ultralisks are not slowed by Concussive Shell, and that's why he's making the Marauders, so why bother, I suppose. Pushing up. Oh, still sees that 4th base never actually came down. Snute never bothered trying to replace it here. It was too exposed. See, that Queen dies if you've got Concussive Shell, Special. Just saying. Just saying. So it's 4 base to 4 base, which Snute does not want to see. Medevac trying to do stuff here, flying into the natural base location. Might go for a drop. Is anything responding to this? I don't think it is. All right, unloading the Marines with the +2, +2, +3, +3 on the way here. Single Hydralisk dies. Drones actually fighting for their lives. Making it happen. Holding on the creep here. Ultralisks, though, with the 6 armor. 7 on the way. Transfuse is trying to keep these Ultras alive, doing an amazing job of it, though. Are the Queens. Tank count pretty high. 1 Ultra goes down. Another Ultra goes down. A 3rd one dies here, too, and then suddenly it's just Queen. Just Queen Ling. Liberator trying to do stuff here at the natural base. Ultras clear out the ground stuff. Queen's clearing out the air stuff, but 14 drones have gone down thus far. Total number of drones killed, 34, and 13 SCVs have lost their lives. Battle in the middle. Again, Ultras trying to do this thing, but the tank count with the +1 attack just too high. Nope, Hydras can't do it either. Not alone. And Special suddenly up 157 to 82 total supply, and that's a good game from Snute. Snute is defeated, and Special is your winner in 3-2 games in this best-of-5 series. Oop, wrong thing. There we go. 3-2. Oh, the Ultras were not enough. 9 Ultras went down, and I think he started making them in around 10 minutes. That was not very long at all. 128 Marines went down here, 18 Marauders, but the transition to Marauders and Liberators did it, and tanks. For Special, you see Ultras, you can't stick on Marines. You have to make something that is an Ultra killer. And Special knew what to do. Knew what to do. Also killed 2 hatches, force cancels several times on other places. Again, that was the key, I think, for Special in this series, was killing Snute's bases. Just keeping Snute from getting up to where he wanted to be in base count, in worker count. And just the armies of Snute were just a little anemic compared to what you normally see out of a Zerg player of Snute's caliber. So Special, that's the secret, man. You just, again, godlike macro, godlike harassment. You can do it, like Special. Wow, so congratulations to the Mexican Terran player. Look forward to seeing more of him in future WCS events for sure. And he actually showed up at the Gauntlet a couple weeks ago, too. So remember, 6 p.m., twitch.tv/GauntletSC2. But that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe if you want to see more daily StarCraft 2 stuff and Brood War on Saturdays. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.